Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Dragonheir video. I'd like to thank Dragonheir for sponsoring this video and for continuing to put content out on this channel. So if you want to get involved, download now. You can use the link in my pinned comment down below or in the video description. As of the 26th of October this month, Dragonheir released on Steam as well. So Dragonheir have got themselves available on PC, on Steam. Does mean now that you can basically play on any device that you want. So on PC, you can play on Steam and through Epic Games. You can also play on Mac. You can play on iOS or Android. And any of those different devices that you play on are actually possible to kind of link your account and play on multiple platforms. So same account, any platform, anywhere, anytime. It's pretty cool. So Dragonheir launched just a month ago and has already had over 10 million downloads. It's ranked #1 in several leaderboards across 13 different regions. It is absolutely killing it since launch. One of the things that sets Dragonheir aside from the others in this type of genre is actually it's kind of melded a number of genres together. You've got this open world gameplay where you've got your squad, you're kind of running around, you're doing different missions, there's side quests, there's nice kind of chunky loot just available out there. You can go and do some herb farming, you can go and find some food and mix into different meals. So there's a lot of kind of like open world cool mechanics, and then you actually dive into dungeons and have some kind of like boss fights and kind of like general grind gameplay as well. Very cool kind of merge of concepts. And all of this whilst having this kind of like D&D feel to a lot of the things that you're doing. So you might come across a puzzle, for example, and you have to try and crack it with your squad's abilities, but also your own cunning. Or you might come across a challenge and you need to roll a certain dice roll to get through that challenge. And that is determined on the character you actually made right at the start. The character creation in itself is actually really detailed. So you get to choose between 4 classes, 3 kinfolks, each with different attributes that you can customize yourself. So like I said, if you're trying to be someone with a kind of high intellect to kind of outsmart your enemies, then you can do that. Or you can build high charisma and try and charm people through the different kind of contests. All of it's available to you depending on your playstyle. So Dragonheir is actually the second title from Nuverse. Nuverse also released Marvel Snap, which has been a massive hit as well. So 2 absolute blockbusters from Nuverse in the last 2 years. It's actually gone so far that it was revealed in Apple's developer conference this year as one of the games that's been adapted to Apple's latest technology. So I guess let's just open up and show you through some of my account and what I've got going on so far. I would say like there's some really cool character designs. It's really hitting it in the heights of visuals for this type of genre. Like it's doing a great job. Dragonheir, and they also have got a great ability to actually bring rares like Usha here up to the same sort of power level in certain content as some of the epics and legendaries. I've got an epic here, Voresh, who absolutely slays against even legendary heroes in certain content, which is a really cool kind of like ability, I guess, within this game. Now, Dragonheir have launched with nearly 200 heroes on the roster, which is more than almost any competitor does in today's landscape. It's going to be up to you to kind of form your teams of 5 to take down various bits of content. But as you can see going through, I mean, legendary heroes, they truly are legendary. They're tough to find, they're tough to get, unless you do a lot of summons. But the cool thing is, like, so it really feels like a monumental achievement when you pick one up, okay? But you know that you can also just do the work with some very, very cool epic heroes. But you can kind of see the diversity of heroes that are available here as I just kind of like flick through some of them down. We've got the faceless Caraman. Look at this. That's actually super cool. Like real kind of differences of types of heroes. And as you move to kind of different classes, you can really kind of notice, you know, their style, their own kind of like unique feel. Even in terms of like the sizes of the heroes and the kind of like gravitas they bring. When you actually get your squads onto a battlefield, you then need quite a lot of strategic placement, which is different to really any other game of this type that I've seen. They've also got a very cool summoning style. So, you know, if you're just kind of like rolling the dice here, testing your luck and kind of roll up the 5. These are the lower level summons. So we're not always going to get something too juicy. But as I say, even rares can really kind of like boost your account. Go 5 more. We'll go 5 more. Go on. Wouldn't mind to see an epic. Couple more rares though. That's fine. That's fine. And then we get some extra juicy diamonds at the same time. Your main character stays with you right through the game. It's actually a playable hero that's part of your squad. And over time, you get to upgrade various stats as you want, depending on the type of gameplay that you want to play. So we can modify and try and improve our kind of like dice rolls for different areas of the game. We've also got this kind of like elemental affinity. So we can actually adapt what we want to be depending on what we need for our squad. So you know, if you want to, basically each change of season, elements change. And actually what you want to do is make sure you're trying to group elements together within your squad to get the extra bonuses, which is very cool. Means that your hero is always going to be relevant to your team. The further you get through the game, the more kind of like content you unlock, to the point where you start to unlock some really cool different goblin lairs, bosses. I guess I'll show you here. I can fast travel once you've been there. You can kind of get a feel for what a dungeon will look like and what gameplay looks like. But you can go in, fight the level which is relevant to your account, and then you're basically pulling in a squad. So with goblins, you just get overwhelmed by a lot of enemies. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing in some of those heroes I showed you earlier. My base hero, alongside my legendary here, Vorash, who I spoke about, really good AoE damage dealer. My rare, Usha, coming in with some AoE damage. And I've got someone in the front line to tank it up in Irma as well. So we can just get runaway here. And so the positioning wise, I've got my tank up the front. Actually don't really need a healer because Vorash does some healing as well. And we can let this loose. And then there's two things really going on. So positioning is in your control. And then you can either have ultimates go off on auto with a slam dunk like that, or you can decide to manual the ults, which depending on the difficulty of content, you might well decide to pick that up and do that yourself. Nice AoE ult there from a legendary. You see Vorash is basically keeping everybody in good spot. There's me in the background nuking with the fireballs. And we're just kind of like working our way through waves. As I say, it's quite rare, honestly, to see this type of combat in you know, a hero collector, which, you know, is a game that's kind of like equally on mobile as it is anywhere else. As I said, you could download it and play it on mobile. At the same time, you could link to the same game which you've downloaded on Steam. You'd be playing the same account. Same if you were playing on Mac. Like all of these different modes, you'd be able to kind of do across the different methods and link them all up. So pretty cool what they've managed to do with this game, honestly. So look, there you go, guys. Make sure you download using my link down below. Give Dragonheir a chance. There's a reason why it's been downloaded so many times, like 10 million times in a month. It's absolutely unheard of, and it's absolutely killing it on this scene. Thank you again, Dragonheir, for sponsoring the video. I'll see you all soon.